All right, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Call Off Tomorrow, brought to you by the Lucky Lucy Lounge, as per usual.
Oh yeah.
Today the whole gang's here. Got Jose, Flores, Tree, and we got a special guest today with us, a friend of the podcast, a friend,
big friend
of just life, of around here in Miami. Our boy Gio Rosado.
Hey yo.
Applause for our boy.
Welcome to the pod, bro.
Thank you guys for having me and inviting me, bro.
Yeah,
Bro, the pleasure
absolutely.
is all ours, man.
Feel right at home.
At the Lucky Lucy Lounge.
At the
Yeah.
Lucky Lucy Lounge.
Always pull up a
It's the
seat.
Love the vibe, love the vibe. Good to see
Gio,
you guys,
Gio's
man.
a co-host of a podcast called Puerto Ricans that he hosts with his friend.
KG Pons.
Yeah.
Shout out KG, shout out
KG, shout out
yeah.
Cuba Ricans.
Funny
Check them
stuff.
out.
Yeah. Check them out.
He's got a new project coming out called Starter Packs. And he got a YouTube channel, Gio Rosado. We got all sorts of different content on there. Great stuff, funny stuff, fun stuff. But yeah, so the Starter Pack is a new project, right?
So yeah, I got a couple projects. Puerto Ricans, basically, I'm Puerto Rican, my co-host is Cuban. We talked about culture, we talk about different things, get Miami guests. It's very Miami and culturally enriched.
Culturally.
Que tiene
rich.
mucha cultura, puñeta.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
That
It's
right there
focused
was
around culture. It's focused
That was
around
the podcast
culture.
voice that came out just
yeah, so it goes around about, we tried croquetas, like the best Miami croqueta. We also have like
I saw one that was like, who has the faster tongue?
yeah,
Like Cubans
Also,
or Puerto Ricans.
toxic relationships in Latin households. So the entertainment, you can go and check that out, Cuba Ricans podcast. So Starter Packs is 4 things that make you unique, and I am having all type of guests in that. I got the idea
okay.
from Twitter. In our high school times, like they used to be like, "Oh, Reagan Starter
Oh,
Pack."
the meme, the
Yeah.
starter
Yeah,
pack.
yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
now I just made it into like a segment on my YouTube channel where like artists, what makes them unique. Like for example, Miami guy starter pack, the black ripped jeans, the black hat, the black shirt. So
The black shirt, yeah, the
so-
uniform.
Like everything.
the black everything. So that's where I got the idea from, and we're just
Yeah.
making it a cool segment.
That's dope. But you do it about like artists specifically, like music artists and stuff like that?
No, I'm TikTokers, artists.
Oh, okay. Like
podcasters.
creators. Yeah.
Just creatives in general. It could
Yeah,
be from
yeah.
any.
Anybody that's
awesome.
that I find interesting. A lot of how I went about and how I went to become known, somewhat known, was because I started explaining songs on TikTok. By the way, you guys should all get on TikTok. I have to say it because honestly, even though if you would have asked me that question 5 months ago, I would have told you like cringy ass TikTok, blah blah blah. But it's like
What
opened my doors.
TikTok is where things go first, and then 2 weeks later you'll see it on Instagram,
Yeah.
and then a month later you'll see it on Facebook. Like it's just that's where the trajectory goes.
Yeah, but
They're gonna figure out that addictive thing, cause that's the thing. Right now TikTok's like a fishnet.
Yeah.
And we're like the fish. You get it, you're in the water, the fishnet catches you. The second you get on TikTok, it's done. Scroll. It's been 2 hours. The way that TikTok has totally taken over the music industry, and it's arguably it's like the biggest contributor to a
if you turn on
TikTok,
the radio and you put like the Y100 is like Miami's like pop station, it's all the TikTok songs just over and over. It may whatever
it
popular
is.
ones are.
Thing is, if your song catches on
trend?
TikTok,
You're good.
that's it. You made it. Your song's gonna blow up,
Yeah.
even if it's just a song. There's yet to be the transition from that song turning into like the artist gets big, but at least that song will give you exposure like nothing else. Like nothing else.
Yeah.
You guys wanna get into a fan question?
So
Okay.
let's prop up that pineapple. Let's see what's
Let's
up.
do
Gio.
it. Let's open up.
Do you believe in love at first sight? Explain your answer.
Does it have a name on it?
No, it doesn't have a name.
Yo, y'all gotta start writing your names on this shit. But okay.
Yeah, we want to shout you
All
out.
right, Gio. Do you believe in love at first sight?
First, okay. I think that love comes with a mindset.
Okay.
So like for example, if I think that person is like very attractive, and I think that person is compatible with me because how I see them, that's already putting myself in a positive mindset towards that person.
Okay.
So maybe not the feeling of love, like that feeling of love.
Yeah,
you
the
have.
actual love.
Yeah, not at first sight, but that you can see somebody and really, really like them, and see how they carry themselves and like them, and see how their personality is and stuff like that by sight. Yeah, I
Mhm.
think that's
At first sight.
Oh, okay, you don't feel like you could just look at a person and be like, yeah, I could fall in love with them.
Like rest
I
of
would
your
study
life
them.
type.
Like I would. I don't think if like I look at her and I'll just but like maybe if I see her like for a couple or like I don't know.
For a little bit, you guys
For a
spend a
little
little
bit?
bit of time with them, and then you're like, that's basically first sight because you basically just met this person.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Exactly.
I feel you. I feel you.
I want to rile up Tree real quick.
Okay.
I've heard Tree literally
I
say
am kind
the
of
opposite of what I'm about to say. Tree said one time in a conversation that you believe in love in first sight.
Yes.
That's a lie. I do not believe in
Oh.
love at first sight. I believe in infatuation at first sight.
Boo!
And lust at first
What
sight.
a normie take on fucking.
Oh yeah, because I'm gay and I'm right. Get out of here, bro. Like what?
Oh my god, that's such a boring take on love.
But
Like,
the thing is, love is craft over time.
infatuation at first sight. Like,
Well, okay.
I can't.
Would you
really
take a
love
bullet
the
for this
first-
person that you saw crossing down the mall?
I-
That's
I-
love.
1,000%.
Yes.
Wait,
no,
is she bad? Is she
I'm-
bad?
You guys are psychos.
She's bad.
Yo, she's that bad. Taking 3 bullets.
Oh my god, I don't think we should conserve love. Like, I don't think we should hold it in for special occasions or for people that we've known for a long time. Like, I think we should outsource, open source love. Like,
But immediately?
I think
Immediately.
I mean,
if
that's
you-
a good idea. That's a
if
good
you
idea.
if you are capable of doing it, because I know there are some people that they're just not they're not fully capable, and that's okay.
I'm
But
romantic.
if you are capable,
You're a
go
realist.
for it. Go for it. Love that person.
I think that's a lovely idea, and it's great. You should always
Oh
spread.
my
you should
God.
spread love. Always spread love. You can say "I love you" to someone you just met, but you don't really mean it. Like when the
yes,
cards,
you do.
when the cards are on the
You
table,
can.
you're not like a person you just met that day. You're not gonna be willing to be with them through the tough times. Like if you just meet someone and you're like, damn, I love them, and you're talking to them and they get a phone call, like, damn, somebody in my family just died. You're gonna be like, fuck, why am I in this situation right now? Because you don't love them. Like you're gonna be there for
What?
them.
I was
because
gonna
I'm
say-
a kind person.
I was gonna
No,
say
you're
I
a
support
kind-
them.
somebody
You're a
just
kind,
died,
you're
like,
a
I-
kind person. You're a kind person, and you're gonna be there for them.
Yeah.
But you don't love them. You're not like, oh, I'm really happy.
Oh
I'm
my
here right
God.
now.
All these restrictions on love, bro.
Gia, help me out, bro. You get.
Go
Okay,
for
look.
it.
So I think love is a feeling.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
definitely some kind of feelings. I don't force my feelings. I just feel them. So I don't love you right now. Like,
And that's the whole thing. Line singing his raps. But could he grow to love you? But could he grow to love you? Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
The feeling that I'm striving for, I don't have it for you. But that doesn't mean I'm not kind. That doesn't mean I wouldn't take a bullet for you. That doesn't mean I wouldn't help you up if you fall. That doesn't mean that. But there's a
gaslighting.
certain feeling that I have towards my mom, towards a girl I really like, towards my brother, that it's a feeling of love, like unconditional love, like
Ride or die shit.
Exactly.
Okay, let me bring this point. Okay, moms, when they just give birth, they just met their baby. Like,
they held them
They
for
haven't
9
Yeah, but
months.
now
They
you
haven't-
If the
but
stranger,
they met them that
if the
day.
okay, fine. We can make the qualifier. If the stranger that I'm looking at for the first time was inside me for 9 months, all right, yes, I can love them at first sight. Yes, because they are literally a piece of you.
But like, okay, but
They die without
I
you.
didn't have to grow to love my baby.
You did
Like,
over
I
9
just
months.
loved them.
Over 9 months.
No, but I didn't meet them and like gauge their personality.
The
Yeah,
day-
I didn't get to know them.
I didn't get to know
the
them.
day-
I
You're
don't
not
even
gonna
know
get to
this
know them for a
motherfucker.
while.
But you've
You're
And I
gonna
love
get to know
them.
for years.
They have your DNA. That's
Okay,
fine.
and
I don't know. I think that point is a little biological.
no.
There's
I
some
think it's
science there that none of us are qualified to
No,
answer.
but I kind of agree with Tree in the sense of like outsourcing love and just like
Yes.
loving people.
He does this.
And
he
like
does
you said,
He
like
does
I
levels.
hey,
He does this
listen,
where he agrees.
Hey, fuck you, man. No, listen, because
Off
and
the
I
podcast,
agree-
he's gonna say we're right.
No. I agree with you 100% that like love is a feeling that like comes to you. You know, like you don't automatically just like, oh, I have that feeling now, and I would just kind of do anything for this person. I'm at their kind of every will for this moment, even if it's just for that moment. But I do understand the feeling of meeting someone the first time and genuinely being like, I could love you.
Yes.
You get me? Like
I
absolutely.
could.
Yeah, but I feel like that's love at first sight. Like if nothing holds me back, then I will.
Yeah.
You get me? Like if nothing holds me back, I will love you.
You would.
But
Yeah.
you can.
You get me?
Also, I
But
feel
like I basically already do.
No, you're open to the
No.
possibility of loving them.
I essentially already do because, like I said, if nothing stops me, I already do. Even if we don't end
You're
up like
down to.
romantically together, like I already love
You're
you.
down
in
to
that
love
way.
them.
I
But
think
you don't,
You get me?
Are you-
Because I
in
think
that moment, are you driving them to the airport if they need a ride?
I
That's
could.
love,
yeah, I mean I could if I had
Oh,
nothing
but
else
also-
going on.
also- I
Complete
think you
stranger, you
guys-
just showed up at a party.
Complete
You just showed up.
stranger.
You walked in. You met this girl. You're like, oh my god, I'm in love. And she's like, actually, I have to leave. I have a flight leaving for Lauderdale now. You taking her?
I mean, I'd be like,
I'd be
bye.
super down.
And I wouldn't take her.
You wouldn't.
No, but that's the thing. Wait, that's such a beautiful transition to what I was gonna say. Like, I think you guys think of love as this kind of like overbearing feeling of I would do anything for this person when that's not true. There are many
Yeah,
people that I
exactly,
love
yeah.
in this world that I wouldn't do specific things for.
Yeah, I wouldn't
like,
drive them to the airport if my mom called me while I was at the same party and she was like, I need to get to the airport. I'd be like, damn, that's crazy, mom. I'm at this party.
Yeah, like there are definitely different things that we wouldn't do for the people that we love, but we still love them regardless. Like love, I think you guys are thinking of love as this like big thing that you can only feel when somebody meets a certain criteria in your head,
And I think
and
you're
then you
thinking
can
of
start
love-
loving them. But what if you were just open to the concept and possibility of love regardless of like who you meet, and you just are open with it?
But
That's
love
just
isn't
being
a
cool with
handshake, dude.
That's just being
You
cool
can't
with
just be
people.
like, oh, I love you.
But you can. I
But
think.
why
I
not?
think that there is
But
the
that's like-
capability
to
of
have
loving.
love.
Yeah, like that's
Have love for everybody. Spread love. And like you do that with kindness and having an open heart and being present and willing to help. That's spreading love. But you don't like see someone shake their hand and actually love them from that moment.
I think
bro.
it has to do with trust though. Like I think that the amount of love that we have for certain people always kind of connects with the amount of trust we have with them. Because like, oh, you don't love somebody right away you meet them like when they open the door at the party, because that person can backstab you like right away. Like
Person
backstab
could
your
be a murderer.
Somebody that you're with in a relationship for 5 years that you love can backstab you too.
Yeah, but it was built. Like I didn't just meet that person
Yeah,
at
but
the
that's
party.
evil. You see, if my girlfriend of 5 years stabs me in the back, that's evil. Like I didn't see that shit coming. If I put all my trust in this person I just met 5 minutes ago and they stab me in the back, what are you doing, bro?
That's
Vet them
foolishness.
for 10 minutes at least.
I think we have very different notions of what love is, which is why we are saying these different things. Does that make sense? Like
You're right though.
what is love to you? Maybe you
different to
can't
everybody.
exactly like you can't love somebody at first sight because what love is to you is different from what love is to me. I feel much more open with the way that I love people and much more, I guess, like accepting of anything that happens in terms of meeting this person or whatever. And I think your version of love is more conservative in the sense that you reserve the love that you have for the people that are really special in your life, which is very valid and amazing.
And a lot of people do.
But I think when it comes to love, we need not be practical with love. I think you're taking a very
Bars?
practical approach
What need
to
we be?
love. Like you only love people that you
Impractical and
trust.
unorthodox.
Yeah, like that you trust and that you feel safe with, and that's very practical. But what if you weren't practical? What if you just
You're gonna get
I'm
stabbed.
I'm in danger with someone I don't trust.
I think there's a lot less risk in opening yourself to love than there is in conserving it for the people that you can only that meet a certain criteria. I think there's a lot less risk for being hurt and for heartbreak when you are open to love and you are open to the idea of loving someone regardless than if you keep the love within you and you reserve it. Does that make sense? Because when you reserve it and you keep it for certain people that meet this criteria, then that really hurts when they backstab you. But if you are open to love, if somebody backstabs you, you can look at that in a lens of love and it won't hurt you that much.
I get it. I'm doing it mathematically in my head, and I see what you're saying, and it does make your argument does make a lot of sense.
But I think it's a level of maturity too. But like it's levels of maturity. Like in fucking 12th grade and senior year, I used to think that some immature shit. I don't know, like something. And now I think
Baggy
of it.
pants were cool.
Yeah. But
What did you say?
Baggy pants were cool.
Oh yeah. What?
Baggy pants are cool.
They're
yeah.
cool now.
They're cool again, but senior year, that was like 5 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Skinny jean season.
Yeah. Like in relationships, like I was in a
Why y'all
relationship
coming?
my high school years. Like I was in a relationship for 5 years in high school, and
You did high school for all 5 years?
no, because my first year of college.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
So I was in a 5 year relationship, and I think that a lot of things that are happening in that relationship are super immature now, because you grow too mature.
Yeah.
So maybe we're just less immature than you. And like we'll
Yeah,
get,
we're
well
mature.
maybe we'll get to your open as the years go by, you kind of become more open minded, and I feel like when you become a parent, then you become super close minded, so like it resets because like,
Yeah, maybe
It
one
kind
day
of
I'll
resets
open.
in a way, but you become conservative because you have kids and stuff, and
Yeah.
you're like, well, I have more shit to pay attention to now.
Yeah.
A lot more risk.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll open mouth kiss my Uber driver, but until then,
I'll be open mouth kissing our Uber drivers.
Maybe like
If they're
for
sexy,
hygiene
if they're
reasons.
sexy.
oh, so now they have to be sexy because if
I
not, they
mean-
don't deserve love.
Hey, listen, we were always talking about loving sexy people, okay?
I mean, maybe it's a maturity thing, but it's also like I'm gonna go back to the whole feeling thing. Like, I can love everybody, but I think like there's levels to this shit. Like, there's just levels to it. Like, I love you as my boy, bro. You're my boy. But like, I'm not gonna have a relationship with this guy, you know? Or something like
Well,
that.
yeah,
Like,
there's
But-
definitely different types
Right.
of love, but
Yeah,
But
there's
do you
different-
see see how you're bringing it back to relationship and you're kind of looking at
because
love
I see it like that.
exactly like you're looking at love through a relationship lens when love is more boundless than that. Love
Yeah,
is
and fluid
everywhere and
everywhere,
fluid and
yeah.
it changes over time.
absolutely.
And
And
so it
you
makes
know
sense
what?
what you
Love thy neighbor is something that like a lot of people like you say it when it's convenient, but it to Tree's point, like love is more fluid than just being in a relationship with a person. You can literally just love someone who you see only when you need something from them. But the fact that you always show them love and show them that you love them, I mean, like, will generally reciprocate that energy. You get me? And if everybody reciprocated the energy of love is open-ended and I don't need to be in a relationship with you to love you and to, like, feel love towards you, then, like, I feel like we all get along better, you know?
I guess, yeah, but I guess it's just a fundamental difference of how we look at love then.
Yeah.
Because that's what it comes down to. Because personally, I try to show love to everybody. I try to show love. I try to make sure, I always try to put a smile on people's face. I'm always, like, I always try to be outwardly kind to everybody. I treat everyone like a friend until they give me a reason not to. You get me? I'm always trying to show love, and I have love for everyone. But that doesn't mean I love them. You get me? I have love for them. I'm always trying to spread that love and that positivity. But to me, that doesn't mean I love them. I don't love them. Like you said, like, oh, don't categorize it, but I do. I do. Once I'm like, yo, I've had a love for you for enough time. I see you got love for me. I see we're like on that level. I move you up into the people that I love and that I would do anything for. And that doesn't mean like a relationship. That means friendship, a relationship, family, you know, anything. And that's kind of how I encompass it all in that.
That, like, inner circle.
In that inner, not even inner circle. Like, I have love for.
It's a feeling. I feel like it's
for
to
a
me.
bunch of
To me,
people.
honestly, I feel like it's here. Like I feel,
That's where the heart.
I feel
yeah.
it. Like I just feel like that's my brother. Like I love that person. Like it's a feeling, and that doesn't mean that I cannot express kindness, explain love, explain to like this to everybody I see, help whoever needs help. That doesn't mean I cannot do that. But I have this special kind of feeling for these special kind of people.
I guess that's also what you're talking about with the capabilities of love. Maybe it's far be it for me to say that you're wrong when you say, oh, I walked past this person at the mall, they dropped something, you went to pick it up, you looked them in the eye, and now you say you love them. I can't say you're wrong. But to me picking it up, being kind to them, directing them to where they need to go, or helping them in whatever way I can, is me showing love. But that's not me loving them. I guess
somebody
I guess-
else will-
Hey, I need the comments. Do you measure your love? Do you measure it? Like, is there a
Yeah.
spectrum or not? I don't know.
I guess
That's
you
a
just,
great
it's
question.
the way you look at it. I guess you guys will go to your cashier and be like, I love you, and to you, you mean it. Me and Gio are like, he didn't mean that shit. But like, that's just how we look at it. You get me? Like that. It's not a wrong or like a right way. At the end of the day, just spread love. Just spread love.
Yeah,
be
yeah.
I
nice.
agree with
be
that.
kind to people.
I will say, I will go to Dolphin and say I love you 1,000 times. I don't have a problem with that.
I won't
And
mean it a single time.
And exactly, like I won't buy you something for Christmas, but I still love you. You know?
And you know what? That's all I wanted.
Just lie to 1,000
You don't have to
people.
buy everybody something for Christmas.
Yeah, if love is lying to 1,000 people,
But why?
I'm on board. I'm with it. I'm fucking with it. I'm with it, bro. Let's do it. Let's do it on Saturday. We'll shoot it. We'll shoot it as of
You
love.
know what? You know
We'll
what?
shoot it
Leave
as
it
a
in the
vlog.
comments. Is love lying to 1,000 people? Is that what it is? I wanted to talk to you about what you talk about on your YouTube channel a little bit. The music industry, and like you said, you kind of got recognition and you kind of built an audience through TikTok by explaining these lyrics and stuff. So my big interest is that you kind of touch big on reggaeton. And when I was watching one of your videos, again in my research this morning, I was watching one of your videos on YouTube, and you were talking about an old project from Arcángel,
Papi Arca.
Papi Arca,
Go.
a while ago.
The
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And you were talking about how he kind of is like Rao today, in the sense that he was transitioning already into more of a pop sound, you know, which is a lot of artists weren't doing. But we see, and I feel like we give a lot of praise to like Balvin and Bad Bunny for kind of like making the crossover or whatnot, and I use air quotes. But I feel Arcángel was a good point that I hadn't like thought about. But what I wanted to touch on was more the genre bending and the way that reggaeton is crossing much more into the mainstream. How like plugged in are you really into the music industry, and like how much of that do you like see? How much of an effort is there to like really make that jump into the mainstream, make that jump into pop more and techno now, like we saw?
I think that it's happening like in every single genre, and like history I kind of go by that history repeats itself.
Yeah.
In reggaeton and it happened in hip hop, and it happened in rock. Like I feel like reggaeton, air quotes reggaeton, because if we go even deeper, some people might not say that what it's going like what we're listening to. Bad
It's
Bunny,
no longer
it's no
reggaeton.
longer reggaeton, exactly.
Yeah.
So even air quotes on that, but basically, when before rock used to be like screaming, and then it evolved to like more popular.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I can tell you examples but like I can't give you solid examples of rock because I'm not a rock fan. Like
Yeah, yeah.
like you
Get
get
in
me.
the bread and
But it
butter,
started
bro. Get
like
in your bag, get in
they
your
started
bag.
like, and then all of a sudden you have like Aerosmith or something, or
Yeah.
somebody that's not as like
Who is starting to
rocky
cross
voice.
over? Yeah.
Who-
And even bands like there's like metal becomes like popular because of like weird bands like Bon Jovi that are like making pop metal in a way, you know?
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say basically is like right now that's kind of happening. One of the biggest reggaeton DJs or producers, Urba y Rome, just released an album last week, and they called it Reggaeton de la Mata. And essentially is basically the 2004, 5, 6, 7
The
reggaeton,
throwbacks.
which is
Yeah.
the real reggaeton, which is the rap over the drums, which is
Yeah.
the rap over tumpa tumpa. And then, yeah,
You know,
that's
tumpa tumpa.
tumpa, 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 tumpa. So you have even producers that are saying like we don't want this to die off, and then you have a song like Química, and you have a song like Dakiti, and you have a song like Cuando Fue, and you have a song like In the Ghetto,
Yeah, Cuando Fue was
and
a good one, too.
Pepas, and all these songs that are now transitioning into something more techno. So it's becoming more pop. It's also a business, and it's also gonna be up and down all the time. And then Farruko, which is actually somebody that I think is one of the main people that trend set, is Farruko.
Really?
He usually does something when nobody's expecting to do something, like the guaracha of Pepas. I have it. I love something I love about recording everything is like I told Alex that's here. He's been helping me making videos and stuff like that. I told him, look at this. This is gonna be Pepas. It's gonna be a crazy different song. Look at the cover. He's coming with something different because I'm known. You start to see this in artists of like who transcend.
Yeah.
Who
And you start to see their patterns too.
yeah, you start to see what they're into. Like so
yeah.
now, guess what? The next 2 months, expect techno music on your artists,
Techno
on your
music.
Latin artists.
Are you,
Expect that
are you thinking techno like tipo
Like
Pepas?
heavy techno?
Or tipo
they're gonna
Química?
fucking do everything that todo lo que pegue. Like it's a
Yeah.
business.
Well-
Everything that's gonna be anything that's like makes you jump. Anything that they're gonna mix around. Like I think Química was a very Raúl Alejandro did kind of slightly opened the door. I think Pepas just destroyed that door and just opened it crazy. And now I have a lot of faith in the song that we just heard.
The song that we just heard
Yeah.
on
The
Cuarto,
one that we
right?
had
On the
exclusive
low?
access
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
I have a lot of faith on that song. Dakiti is in there, even though Dakiti, it's a different rhythm. It's not really like the techno that we're
Yeah,
talking
it
about.
still leans a little more into the reggaeton. This one is really this
Dakiti
one
to
that
me
we just
felt
heard.
like the perfect center. Like it was equal parts everything.
It was like the bridge. It was
Yeah, it
literally
was.
like the
It's a
middle
good.
of the
It's a
bridge.
good
Equal parts
combination
everything.
of the electronic being blended in now for the first time really that we had seen that with reggaeton, and it worked so well that maybe that's what got like Raul to be like, yo, you know what? I'm just go all the way with it. Martinez Brothers, you get on my song, and you
Yeah.
have the whole second half
I think
of a
Martinez
song.
brother they did it first. Raul did it first, and then Dakiti came out.
Yeah,
I'm
Kimi
pretty
goes.
sure.
Kimi goes before that.
Kimi goes first.
Yeah.
Oh well, bueno, así entonces.
But that's because they're boys, so I've heard.
Yeah, they
Raúl
are.
se la pasa con ellos.
Yeah, they are.
And in Raul's newest album, he has Cosa Guapa, which is like the química of that album.
Yeah.
That like this, it's basically the same thing. Second half of the song is essentially a techno song.
They're all gonna come. They're all gonna come with that. And I've known. Sometimes I get a behind the scenes look with connections I've made, and I've already heard a couple artists saying like, "Oh, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that." It's just a matter of
Like going in that direction and that same
yeah,
direction.
going in the direction of like Miami clubs, like Darkeo, as you may say, but it's not gonna be really Darkeo because it's gonna become popular now.
Yeah.
And it's only gonna last a little bit. And a lot of people like will argue. I think I got a question, one of these questions on TikTok the other day of like, why do they say that Puerto Ricans always copy the English industry? And I have to agree with the fact that they do because, like, I don't know if you guys remember growing up, like Harwell, like Tiesto, like they had when I was in 6th, 8th, 7th grade, around that time, middle school, beginning of high school, like all of a sudden Justin Bieber had a song with
fucking Carnage, I think, or some shit.
yeah, and then all of a sudden Lady Gaga got a song with one DJ, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden
yeah.
every single song on the radio was kind of like
Yeah, there was
main
like a
stage
year. There was
vibes.
like a year of that. It
Main
was like
stage vibes.
Yeah.
That's
It was like it was like Jack U with
Jack U,
this,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it was like
DJ Snake was one that got big because of that kind of music, that like
Yeah,
pop
that
with
like
like a little
pop
EDM in it.
house. It was like pop house.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
it was like
and like
pop
festival house got super popular. Like Zed was
Zed, yeah.
huge on the
Zed,
radio
what
for
a
a long ass
time.
time. What a time!
What
bro.
a time.
Jesus.
chain smokers.
Chains.
Oof, yeah.
Oh my
imagine.
God, yeah.
The
So-
chain smokers. No
So
way.
this is what I'm saying. Like this is happening right now in the Latin
Yeah, it's
industry.
happening
It's
the
just
same-
it's just that's what's
Yeah.
gonna happen. All of a sudden you're gonna have like the era of house or pop, which some people are saying. Most people that are not from the island are, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
People from the island or people that are like fans of like reggaeton.
Like
Same
the
thing happens
purists.
with rock. Same thing
Yeah.
happens with all
They're
the
like,
other
oh, this isn't
genres.
this isn't what I.
I
grew up
signed up
listening
for.
to.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is not what
yeah.
I signed
This
up
isn't
for.
the genre that I like.
Like for example, people people go ask for Bad Bunny of like Soy Peor or Diles, but he's not there anymore. Or Daddy Yankee, people ask for Gasolina Daddy Yankee, or they ask for a version of Daddy Yankee that is in the
It
past.
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
It's not the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
artist.
He's moved on.
They grow, they evolve. You know, you can't ask them
Yeah,
for their
yeah.
old
And they
music.
change up. What
So that some people are gonna stay, some people might leave, bro.
I wanted to ask
But
you
that's
about that,
cool.
like that Puerto Rico perspective, because like these kinds of songs that like it's like reggaeton and techno, I think they're really like they're almost ideal for like the
They're
Miami
so
club
fun.
scene,
They're so fun.
because they're very fun in Miami, because that kind of blends the two cultures here. Either you're big into like Latin music and that part of Miami, or you're really big into like the techno, you know, going to space, raves, that kind of stuff. So it blends both really well. But how does that work in PR? Like, is it a whole different thing? Is it?
Yeah,
I mean, you say there's just like I guess like old
it is
heads.
different. The
in
thing
PR.
is that look, Puerto Rico right now is the house of new talent. So right now, while you're listening to Bad Bunny's or Jay Cortez new song, all the Puerto Ricans are listening to Luar La L or Fulanito de la Esquina.
The new
Yeah,
generation.
yeah.
The new
Like,
generation is coming
Whoever
up.
the
Yes.
next guy is. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Next man up.
So I listened to a new guy today that comes. He has a whole different flow. I wish I can tell his name, but point is that they're listening to the new generation. They're listening
Yeah.
to the 19-year-olds, the 20-year-olds, the 21-year-olds the ones that are actually there, that are performing for them. These other
Yeah.
artists are, you know, you want my money in any show, it's gonna be $1 million. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, they're already like out of that
$1
scene
million per show.
essentially.
So
For me to show up is a milli.
exactly. So basically, like, we have new talents that are keeping Puerto Rico alive and feeding them what they want. A lot of people say Puerto Rico is like what measures what's gonna go viral. So like we're known for that. We're known for that in salsa. We're known for that in reggaeton. We're known for that in a lot of things. Like if the Puerto Rican like the music is gonna go
Yeah.
worldwide. And I think it has to do with our culture, and it has to do with also the fact that we're a mixed. We're as Africans, as Spaniards, as gringos, as everything. Like we all have it there.
What
the hell is going on?
Come on.
I don't know, because I'm scared that if I put the volume off, that it'll. Let me say sorry. Hello. Okay, yeah, okay. Never mind.
Jesus.
So we're just
But yeah, you're
that mix of things. I guess gives us a good ear, and there is just what's keeping Puerto Rico happy and alive is basically like
The music.
it's a house of talent, bro. It's
the
like
music, yeah.
everybody wants to sing, everybody wants to rap, everybody wants to.
Yeah,
No,
but
yeah,
a
I
lot of
get
these
you.
rappers are also capping.
No,
Most of them, yeah.
most
Unless you're
of
the
them.
baby, that boy really be killing people.
See about that shit. But
The baby, didn't he get in some fucking like beef or something, or like some heat recently?
Dog,
Here, like in the festival here, no?
you know about that shit?
Yes, I do. This man, I'm kidding. No, I'm not kidding. But he in Rolling Loud, right? Are you talking
Rolling
about
Loud,
that?
which is a hip hop festival in
It's a-
Miami.
it's
Anyway,
a-
Wait,
Yeah.
do you know about this, Gio?
No, what is it?
You don't know about
Oh,
the,
you know
the,
about
the
what
baby,
happened with the
the
baby?
drama with the baby?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
All right, listen to this. It's crazy stuff. bro.
I don't know the full context or like why he just started saying this.
No
Like,
context.
what
There was no
kind
need
of
for it.
I don't
Yeah,
know
there was
what
really no
I don't know what
context, which is
triggered him
crazy.
to say this. But he was like, if you don't got HIV, put your hands up. Like
In the middle of rolling,
in the
look,
middle.
mind you, the only thing he had to say to hype up the crowd was Miami.
Yeah.
And everybody went like, ah. Instead,
Yeah,
no, no.
he's like, if you don't have HIV, put your hands up. Like, all my gay fans, like, they take care of themselves. Like, they don't do
Yeah.
that dirty shit.
They don't
whatever.
suck dick in the parking lot.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
he was
then,
like, you see, like not even like my gay fans don't even have AIDS. Like,
and it's like, whoa,
where did that
where did
come
this
from?
come from?
What drug was he?
yeah,
Where did
that
come from?
Did that come from a vacuum? Like, what were you thinking
Think
just
that-
before you said
That was right
Yeah.
after they threw a shoe at him.
Oh.
really?
They threw an
I
Adidas
didn't
shoe
even
at
know
him.
And
they
that
got
was all it took for him to go on a homophobic rant.
a straight homophobic anti-crackhead
Uh-huh.
rant.
Yeah, literally. Just so random.
Bro, and the craziest thing is this motherfucker said homophobic things at Rolling Loud in front of thousands of people.
By himself.
By himself, him and his boys. And you know who cancel culture went after, bro? They tried to cancel Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
They tried to cancel Dua Lipa for
'Cause she has
having a song with him
In the
But
past.
it's like,
in the
I-
past.
yeah.
The song that came out like last year.
Before, and also like I feel like Dua Lipa doesn't personally go, I want the baby on my song. Like it's definitely like the management company
Yeah,
is
I
kind of
feel like her
or
team-
maybe she did, but they didn't go to the studio together and record the song. It was totally like we sent the song.
Yeah.
He sent it back. I've never seen this man.
Yeah.
And they saw each other one time to perform the song at the Grammys.
yeah.
Like
She
they-
posted
they're
like
not
a
friends.
whole thing. She posted a statement like on her Instagram story, like I'm surprised and horrified at the baby's comments, blah blah blah. I stand with the
Damn.
LGBTQ community. We need to come together to fight the stigma and ignorance around AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
And then the baby also apologized on Twitter, and you know he's a little less nice with his words. He ended his apology with
Your mom's a hoe.
hold on, let me
Or your
fucking
dad's a
pull it
hoe.
up. He puts like an apology, and then he goes, "But the LGBT community, I ain't tripping on y'all. Do you? Y'all business is y'all business."
The thing is, I just don't. But what I really don't like is that they came after Dua Lipa. Like, for
Yeah.
what? It's not like she's not friends with the baby.
She
She's
wasn't
not,
there.
Dua Lipa's
She was-
bigger.
She wasn't cheering him
Yeah,
on in
she
the
wasn't
crowd.
standing behind him in the stage.
Yeah.
Like,
The thing is, I
"This is my
also
boy."
don't. Why would you go after Dua Lipa when she's been nothing but an ally?
Yeah.
You know how many people have a song with the baby?
No.
So many.
Oh.
All of them. Everybody has a song with the baby. The baby is the rapper that you get for your fucking pop song.
Yeah,
and
that's
he's
true,
hot
that's
shit
true.
right now. You know, he's all over the place. The baby fucking
Which
killed
makes-
someone. It's not about the shits.
And
you
it's-
know?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
or
yeah.
rather, he's about the
He's about the
shits.
shit.
He is. He's very
It's
about it.
fucked up
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
It's fucked up that they would go after Dua Lipa when she's been like an ally to that community.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's definitely not the LGBTQ community who's canceling this guy.
Yeah.
Why don't they try to cancel
The baby.
well, you can't cancel the baby because the problem is, I'm sorry to say this if you're not one of those that are, but
say
his fans don't say it.
No, don't say
Don't
it.
say it. Are
Baby
great
doesn't give a fuck. Baby don't give a fuck. Baby don't give
Yeah,
a
I
fuck,
was
and you're
gonna
not gonna
say, yeah,
cancel
you
him.
can't cancel someone who doesn't care.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
cancel
Okay,
him.
wait. The baby fans are gay.
No,
No.
No.
Well, some
Well,
are,
some
some
are.
are, some are,
Quite
some
quite
are.
the opposite.
Some
And they
are.
don't have
Quite, yeah.
they don't have HIV
Like
apparently.
the
Alright.
baby's fans are like in the rap shit.
Name
like,
one
they
gay
don't
to
they don't
baby
care
fan.
that he says some shit about gay people. So rap is the community that most puts aside who you are. Like they just care about what you're making. You get me? Like there's a lot of rappers that have cases that have done bad things and people are just like, are your bars fire?
That's true.
That's
very
it.
true.
So I don't think his fans care that he said a homophobic thing. So you
Yeah.
can't cancel him.
Or like
You're so
a
right.
lot of his fans. Yeah, a lot of his
Yeah.
fans don't give a shit about that. But it's like, why would you come for Dua Lipa?
Yeah, and especially because her song with him was before this.
Yeah,
Like,
Before
you
all
know,
this happened.
Like they've canceled like people that have had like R. Kelly on there. Like for example, like they didn't cancel Lady Gaga obviously, but Lady Gaga got a lot of backlash for having R. Kelly on one of her songs like in a past album. But we all knew R. Kelly was a pedophile and like
Yeah, it's
before.
just been around.
And then she still had him on the song even after knowing that. But
Yeah.
it's the reverse with Dua Lipa. It's kind of like she didn't know he was gonna go on this rant for no
This
reason.
unprovoked homophobic
Like,
rant.
This
Unprovoked.
unprovoked, completely unprovoked
At
rant.
a fucking festival.
And my
like,
thing
what
is-
are you thinking? What is
And the people that are like, oh, take the baby off the song. Bro, grow up. The song is out. Just don't listen to it.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
only
yeah,
that,
yeah.
Just don't listen to
that
it. Like,
song
what are- you're-
exists without the baby. The baby jumped on the remix
remix.
of
It
the
does,
song.
yeah, it does exist
Yeah.
without.
Like
it.
if you want to hear that song without the baby, it's so easy. It's
It
so
is
easy.
very. It's just put levitating and then stop typing.
Yeah.
Like don't put featuring the baby.
Don't write baby nowhere.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's so funny that you say that about rap, that like the fans of rap don't really care about the person. Like y'all remember, well we don't because we weren't born yet, but when Snoop Dogg was on trial,
Snoop Dogg was on trial for
a
murder.
worldwide trial for murder, like it was a globally watched
found
thing.
innocent. Found innocent.
Found it.
No, found innocent, but still on trial, and like
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah,
and
but
then
he'll be on
now he
trial
has
for
cooking
things, yeah.
shows with Martha Stewart.
Because he was found innocent.
Yes, of course. But you know, like it's things like that. Like you can just kind of do what you want as a rapper.
If your bars are fire,
If your bars are fire.
If your bars are
If your
fire.
bars are whack, you're held accountable.
Except for who's that guy? The one that made the "Murder on My Mind" song.
he confessed to his murder on the song.
On his whack
He
song.
like
The
detailed
song was good. The song was
the
good.
Oh, okay.
assassination.
Yeah.
Of like the
Never mind.
murder
He
that he
detailed
committed on the
exactly
song.
how it happened on the song.
See, that's a real artist.
That's keeping it
It's
real.
real,
That's
100,
real.
100%.
And you know what? That's what I like to see.
The thing is, he went down with the ship. He went down with the
He
ship.
did.
Yo, don't kill people, but at least be real if you do.
Oh yeah.
Don't kill people. Don't fucking do that
Don't
shit.
do it. Don't do it. Try not to.
But
Try not to.
Succeed
Avoid it
at-
as much as you
avoid it at
possibly
all
Succeed
can.
at not
At all
doing it.
costs.
But if
Succeed
you
at not
do-
doing it.
Yeah.
but if you do,
Make
admit
sure
it.
you have fire bars.
Write a song about it.
I think they still get held accountable in other ways. Like, for example, you missed out on the Tonight Show. You missed out on commercials.
Yeah.
You missed out on sponsors. You missed out on deals.
You
know?
can, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like, him saying that is going to affect him. Like, it's going to affect him in a lot of ways. Like, he's going to miss out in millions of dollars.
Maybe he
Because
won't be
he's
on
a-
the next pop record because the pop star is like,
He
"Oh, I
will-
can't put him on the song now.
He will miss out on money because of what he
Yeah,
said.
he'll definitely miss
Because
I think he'll miss out on money now,
Yeah.
but in 2 to 3 years he'll be perfectly fine
That's-
He'll
again.
bounce
That's
back.
what
He'll
they-
find a way to bounce
that's with
back.
anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
They
and
both
there
forget
was-
about it. Yeah.
They did for
All right, mama, wrap us
Well,
up, bro.
This was awesome. I thought we had a fun time here. Gio, it was an honor to have you at
Hey,
the Lucky
thank you for
Lucy
coming,
Lounge.
brother. Thank you for
Thank you
coming,
so
bro.
much, bro.
Thank you. It was
You
a
could
fucking
say
pleasure.
that we love you.
Yeah.
Some of us. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Are you being for real? Are you being for real? Hey, you know what? Lucy loves you, bro. And that's
Gio, thanks for coming. One more time if you want to plug your stuff.
100%. Gio A. Rosado and all my social medias. You guys can check out everything. I spoke English here, but most people follow me in Spanish. And
Yo,
all
throw
my-
it out at the end in Spanish if you want.
Sí,
Yeah, bro,
todos mis
plug it
seguidores que vieron esto, que hablan español e inglés, muchas gracias por venir por acá y ver esto. Tuvimos un poquito de debate, hablamos sobre la música. Tienen que decir en los comentarios que vinieron de mi canal, de mis seguidores, para que sepan.
eso mismo, eso mismo.
Bilingual king.
Ahí está.
Bueno, this was great. Remember to call off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh my god.
Y'all want some Pop Tarts?
Do you have Pop Tarts?